Hello, friends. Hello, hello. Good late evening. Good evening. How are y'all doing? Eric, Asu-chan, hello. One Drug Man, Christian, welcome, welcome. Handspin Shaven, Hirose stems. Fortunately, not me. I did not have to do that. And I double checked that they're all that they're shaved and whatnot, and so I think we'll be good. Lenza Lucas, hello. Ankit, hello. Cloud Yak. Talking Tuesdays, good evening. I didn't swap the Topper today, but I'm currently using the doll that we built yesterday. Mason, hello. Drifty, thank you so much for the Prime. Appreciate it. Alright, so yeah, here we are. So today, as the title implies, we are going to be building a Dolice. So the Dolice, as you know, is a collaboration between 3 groups, so to speak. Or rather 2 groups, Linworks and TGR. 2 parties, they're both designers. They individually both do their own designs. And KLC was the vendor to run the sale. So those mostly shipped, and so a lot of people probably received theirs, and some people I'm probably sure that they're going to opt to get like the green one, re-anodized, for example. Good evening, Mr. Space. Hello, Zitch. Hello, John Shy Guy, right? Actually, John Shy Guy says recently gotten some stabies for future moment build. I'm hyped for them. Nice. Speaking of the moment, I will be building a moment. Not in a moment, but in a later moment. I haven't chosen the stream date just yet. I'm actually making arrangements with Mr. Justin JGW. But that will happen on the next stream most likely. So I will be building a moment 60. I know that Mr. Lolstax is building one. Alex is building one. So there will be moments being built shortly. So you can check out their streams, of course.
Well, has it really been a year?
And of course, if you want to, you know, come by my stream later on, you can do that too. Sinvac, yeah, it's been a year already. Crazy, isn't it? It's already October of 2022. Believe it or not, 2 years ago I was in a very different place. As far as, well, I was in the same like place, like location wise, but I was in a different place mentally and emotionally. And it feels very strange to be 2 years away from that. 2 years ago I made a career change, basically. 2 years ago I had a big scare for illness within my family, and that was past. But yeah, but already 2022 in October, so Q4 already. Crazy. Time flies, man. Hello, Amarade. Hello. Awesome builds lineup. Thank you. All right. So, all right. Let's get started. So first of all, the first thing I do have is going to be I got the Ghostbuster set here from Novelkeys. So I can show you what this one looks like. And then we can proceed on to a build. So I'm just gonna undo this. So unlike some other content creators, I I am not very well acquainted with Reels and the like IG Reels or TikTok, or making like cool little videos and stuff. I unfortunately didn't manage to get to do like cool content for the release of these keycaps. But hopefully at least I get to kind of show it to you on stream, and hopefully that's a good way to sort of get started with it. And I guess more importantly, you guys can ask any questions you guys want about the set, because we do have it in hand here. I do know that some other content creators may have already answered some of them, but you do have an opportunity here to ask if you wanted. So the cool thing about this set is that it's an officially licensed set. So as you can see, it says Ghostbusters at the top, Ghostbustin Keyset, and the box appears like this. Very nice little details. But it is a Columbia Pictures Industries licensed set, and so yeah, and so it's like an official collab between Novelkeys and here the Ghostbusters or Columbia Pictures in this case. Who owns the rights? So it comes in this box. So it's a lot of the new PBT set keycap sets. This is a PBT dice sublimated set in cherry profile. Oh, good day, Peaches. How are you? So here we take a look at this. Okay, let's see here. So the number one more striking thing here is, the first thing is that there are modifier colors that are different, and the style of the tone of the keycap set is actually a bit reminiscent of DCS Deadbeats. So it has a beige cream tone on the alphas and modifiers, and then there's these kind of olive green accents, kind of military / olive green accents, sort of like doing this like arch around the set. And the font is different, of course. The typeface and the font is different. The modifier style is using centered icon modifiers here, but the typeface is different for this set. So that's something to consider if you're looking to buy this set. But yeah, so it uses icon mods for the modifiers. Chat did a great job with Deadbeats. They did do a great job. But yeah, it is pretty similar to that tone. Like, it kind of isn't like the same cream tone as the like GMK or OG beige. It has a little kind of bit of a gray, sort of like darker tone to it. So it reminds me a little bit more of that like NCR sort of tone than it does for the regular. And same with the modifiers, they look a lot grayer than the original beige. So that's the alphas, the base section here. And then the next part here, we have the novelties. So here we have the novelties. Oh, what this? Hello, Gordon. This is a the Ghostbuster set that Novelkeys just released. And so there's more of that kind of like military olive green sort of tone for the nav cluster, and so the numpad keys kind of like, it's just the top half is green and the bottom half is beige. Numpad icon mods, and then the space bars, there are these like caution kind of sign, like construction sign, sort of like space bar. So this probably is reverse dye sublimated, which it is. It is a base color of this like yellow orange tone, and then it has reverse dye sublimated black. The lines are very crisp. There really is no feathering on the lines of the spacebar, which is like very nice. And you can see that there is a Ghostbusters icon, novelty, Shandor Mining Co., Danger Mines, Spengler, Venkman, Zeddemore, and Stance. And then the RTV, and then the vehicle novelties here. Pretty cool. Gatekeeper, Keymaster, Shandor, and Gozer for the novelties here. It doesn't look like the ISO Enter has a novelty. But maybe it's in the other part, in the other tray. There's another tray yet. Are the stems recessed? Yeah, let me check actually. So I think normally I try to check the whole Novelkey. Yes, so NK, so a lot of the Novelkey sets, if I recall correctly, starting from, I mean, I checked out Cherry Spellbook, right? Remember the PVT Spellbook set on Kid? You actually asked the same question if I recall correctly, and yeah, that one does have recessed stems, and so does this one. So does this one. So you can kind of you can see it there. Yeah. So it does have recessed stems, which is pretty nice. So it's like really true like cherry profile style. Hello, hi. I'm Sweet. Actually not sure how to pronounce. But hello, how's it going? Okay, and so the last tray has a bunch of compatibility stuff. So like some 40s compatibility, a bunch of macro keys. That's actually kind of neat. Okay, this is pretty neat. This macro kind of keys here. So it actually has, so here's our regular 7U stuff for the space bars. I mean for the space bar, and there are black arrow keys as well for accents. And then there is this very nice, this is actually, from the looks of it, these macro novelties are R1, R2, R3, R4, R4. So it would actually fit something like a XT layout, so like a Zenith or a Juby or any of those boards that have the two macro columns on the right or the left or wherever, this would fit that. So it fits up to 10 macro keys, which is pretty cool. So there's that. There's our 1U pipe. There's your I guess mod color stuff. And split space bars. There is a, I think this is a 2U. Yeah, 2U, 225, and 275. The second B for Alice layouts and similar. And that's pretty much it compatibility wise. And then there is like ISO, like US ISO compatibility, I believe. And so that's that. But yeah, pretty cool. R3 function and control, yeah. So it's pretty cool. I'm new to keyboards and a huge Ghostbusters fan. Do you happen to know how I can go about purchasing these keycaps? I love to get a set. Yes, you can absolutely purchase a set, Mason. You can use the link I will provide in the chat shortly if you would like to see. Right here. It is in stock. How's the texture? The texture, I think looking at this space bar and maybe this shift key might be most beneficial. But the texture is pretty close to most PVT keycaps that I've seen, so it's like somewhat, it's like not smooth, like I don't know, like it's not CRP smooth, right? It's not CRP smooth, but it kind of is maybe closer to what Enjoy PVT looks like right now. So like somewhat smooth, but not too smooth. It definitely has a bit of grippiness to it. So you'll definitely, if you're not a huge fan of that like sandy, sort of like gritty, like grippiness that some PVT keycap sets might have, this at the beginning might be just a bit like that, yeah. But it does have a bit of texture there, as you can see. It is fine, relatively fine. So I don't think it's like too bad. Like it's definitely not like for example, the first prototype of the Mono-K keycaps, that was a lot more textured, or at least kind of had a lot more of that gritty, like grippiness to it. This one is definitely less so than that. But it is pretty nice. So yeah. If you've seen any other of these similar sets, you probably have already tried it out, as far as the PVT keycaps are concerned. But yeah, pretty cool. I think this is a cool set. It is $100 basically, 99 US, and it includes everything in the box. So with novelties and everything. So, and the compatibility is honestly superb. It does come in these nice plastic trays, so that's pretty cool. And the box itself is nice. So yeah, I mean, nice to store, easy to store in this box too, so you can always reuse the materials that it comes in, unlike maybe GMK sets, which aren't necessarily that reusable. But yeah, Ghostbuster set, check it out on Novelkeys. There are other, I don't know if there are other proxies right now. I suppose not, because it's a licensed set. I assume that would require kind of like giving rights to other vendors for selling. So, but for now, it's on Novelkeys for $99.99, and so you can purchase it over there. But yeah. So that's a quick overview of the Ghostbustin set. And let's get right to it. So here we have our bunch of switches. These are Hirose orange switches. They're cherry made. Some Durock stabs. We have our TGR and Linworks brass piece that is like the connecting channel for the daughter board, which is just, I think this is like the, not replacement, but like the additional one. We have a couple of PCBs, actually quite a few PCBs. We just need one. We have a brass plate over here, but I'm probably just gonna leave that in the back there. And we have the board over here. Alright, so the board comes in this nice bag here. And just open it up. And then here you have like an authentication card. If you can just use with like an app. You just scan the QR code, and it's like an authentication kind of thing, like yeah. And then here we have some accessories. So we have our daughter board screws and JST connector here. We have bump-ons. We have a bunch of metallic stickers. I was told to not use them today, but I'll just show you what they look like. So these have, there's a TGR metallic sticker in silver, in gold. So basically silver and gold for every logo. So there's the KLC logo, the TGR logo, the Linworks logo, and the Dolice logo, which look like that. But pretty cool. Some people purchase extras for these stickers, but yeah, metallic stickers in silver and gold, pretty nice. Abdiel Hola. But yeah, pretty nice metallic stickers to use on whatever you want. You could put it on the dolls, but you could also put it somewhere else. Every sticker you put on the board is +5 Thok. What is this, like a D&D stat? Is that a screen protector? Yeah, it is. So this is going to be a screen protector for the little window, acrylic window that's on the back of the board. So that's another accessory that people can get as well. Oh, I should probably put the stickers out here. Alright, so we open up. This has a dividing little flap here, which is kind of nice, with extra bits of foam. And then here we have our keyboard. Boom. So this, I believe, is the Dolch colorway. So I believe this is the Friends and Family colorway, the Dolch colorway. So it comes in this kind of like warm gray, almost silver kind of tone in the top. And the bottom is, I think, black. It has a steel back plate. It has a steel back plate and this acrylic back and the brass thingy for the JST. And there's our aluminum plate over there. There's a little badge that says Hobbyist Playground here. So those are just like the KLC slogan. All right. So that's that. We'll see about this piece later. So let's see. Let's figure out the PCB first. Are FNF units invitation only? How does the sale work? Yeah, so FNF basically means friends and the family, which, well, as you can imagine, it is units that are reserved for, well, friends and family. And so yes, it would be like an invite only kind of thing, meaning that it's mostly just for folks, you know, it's basically going to be a much smaller number of boards in a particular colorway. Yeah, usually reserved to a particular group, and that's pretty much what it is. Sometimes they are run as part of the prototypes. Like some people, for example, do FNF runs as part of prototyping. So they basically are like, well, prototypes are expensive, so let's do like a 20 unit run to prototype, and at the same time you get a board. And so, you know, they'll do like FNF. Some other people decide to do FNF as part of the production run, which basically just means like an exclusive kind of colorway for that particular group. There's many ways to do FNF. I mean, really, it's whatever the runner decides to do. But in this case, this Dolch colorway was effectively had a colorway that was limited to those FNF people. Whole GB FNF, yeah, that's just called a private group buy. Right? Alright, so first thing to do here is, I guess, you know, before I actually take off the pieces here, I'm just gonna take out the daughter board stuff and test it out. Oop. Alright, daughter board here, just universal C3 style. Plug in our cable and cable here. I believe I do need to flash this, so I'm gonna do that now. Let me find the file. Actually, it's in the KLC Discord. Downloads, Dolice via hex file. Cool. Okay, save, and then open up KMK toolbox. I'm just gonna flash it first. Might as well just start fresh here. And then plug this in. So I have a cable over here, I think. Oh wait, I need to short the escape or whatever. Actually, I think it probably has a reset. Where's the reset pins on this? Reset pins. Looks like I think it's this right here. Alright. So just flash. Okay, flash complete, and then open up via, and authorize device. Is it not showing up? What the? Just unplug and plug in. Oh, for some reason sometimes this Okay, hold on. I should just do it natively in the browser. I think it might be because it's not it's unable to open up pop-ups. Let's see. Here. Use via authorized device. Huh. Web HID is not popping up. Is it because I have ad block or something? No. Let's try this. Let's just use the native app. Oh, okay, native app works. Where is my... Alright, there it is. And let's see here. Let's program this to what I usually use, which is just left control here, left win. Layouts. We are going to be using 2.25 view left spacebar. The rest looks fine for now. I guess maybe this could be layer. I don't know. It's a layer one or whatever. And I guess I'll program this too. That's a nice JST cable. What's different about it, Ankit? That you, or are you being sarcastic? Oh, it's fast key mapping not enabled. It's like braided? Oh yeah, it is braided. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right, cool. That works. All right. Let's go to key tester. It looks cool. Yeah, no, it does. You're right. You're right. Now that you mention it, the braided part is actually pretty neat because it prevents the fraying of the cables. So that is pretty nice. What is a Prime sub? The Prime sub is just using your Amazon Prime account. Right? But thank you, Justin, for converting your Prime sub to a regular one. That's very kind of you. Thanks for the sub. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, all good here. Alright. Just unplug this now. All right. So that's done. Put the daughter board aside for now. Oh, abstraction layer. Hello. How are you? Morning coffee. How's it going? Poker can organize a private tofu run from KD fans and sell aftermarket for OTT prices. Excuse me, but the lever I put into it will cost you $150 or something like that. Whatever that was. Can't wait till it's renamed to Basil sub. Could have sworn you just built another Dolice recently. I think the last Dolice I built was the prototype, and I only showed off the one that arrived for myself, but I haven't built that one yet. Yeah. Akosha's, hello. Honestly, the part that scares me the most about this is not the cutting itself, is cutting myself in the process. Because sometimes like it slips and I just don't want that to happen. Even though it is scored, you know, just FR4, you know? Alright, there we go. Looks nice, looks clean. Just gotta make sure it's nice and clean over here at the edges. Okay, looks good. What color did you choose? You mean for the Dolice? I also got the friends and family version. I actually, if I hadn't done that, I would have probably thought of going with the pink one. That's what I was thinking about, either the pink one or the two-tone one. I think those two were the ones I wanted the most. For as far as the regular group buy units were concerned, yeah. Alright, so I do need to take the plate out, so let's actually open this up. Had kind of an exhausting day at work, so I decided to build my frog made for dopamine. Ah, nice. I have to say, I've also been kind of exhausted lately. Mostly because the weather's been pretty gloomy. Yeah, it's just been very gloomy these days, the past few days. Where did I put the bump-ons? Let's put the bump-ons on. That's a lot of Hiroses. It is a lot of Hiroses. That window is so nice. It definitely is a nice little touch. It is a bit different to have a window like that. I mean, of course, I think a lot of people do prefer just having like a weight, like the brass weight or whatever. But the window is a nice touch. I do like it. Just different feel, I guess, aesthetic wise. All right, let's get these screws out here. So, wait, I actually don't need to undo these at all. Let's just undo the case. I'll grab this one. Window Dolice looks better IMO. It is just kind of unique. That's the way I feel about it. It's just very unique. I think I personally prefer the brass insert, but the window does look just different. Just hits diff, you know? Like, especially when I saw the video by Deboki, I guess that's right. Mr. Deboki from Korea, who makes very nice, like, very cinematic kind of videos of keyboard stuff. That window looked so cool. But yeah, so certain people really make it look different. So, yeah. So open it up, remove our aluminum plate here, and I'm just gonna show you what this looks like. So this is the top piece. The top piece basically sandwiches the plate. And so again, the top piece for this warm gray, this Dolch colorway is like kind of this warm gray. One thing to kind of notice is that the borders are a bit thicker than the interior part. So you can see that it's been milled here. But otherwise it's just screw holes and the parts for the LEDs. Maybe I should put some LEDs on there later on. Window bottom keyboards can look awesome with custom painted PCBs. Ooh, that would be kind of neat. Like different color PCBs too. And here's the bottom part. That's just dust over here. Oh, it's on the other side actually. Or it's in between. Oh yeah, it's in between. So the window actually kind of splits. So it has like a middle part where there's like a top part of the window and a bottom part of the window. So you can actually kind of suspend the sticker in there, which is kind of neat. Okay, so the interior of the board looks like this. It's just basically has the groove portion for the plate and the PCB to sit in, and then there's this channel that carries the JST cable here, and here goes the daughter board. And so the window is basically wedged kind of like in between this brass portion and this basically you take off this back plate and then there's a brass portion here that you all undo, and then you can take out the window, which I will do eventually, just to kind of show you. But yeah, that DB cable channel is pretty cool. Yeah, I actually do kind of wish they did this a little shorter. I do notice it's a little bit longer than it should be, I think, based on this cutout here. This looks like it's supposed to fit the daughter board connector, like the right shape. But I think it's a little long. Nonetheless, I guess that could be shaved off pretty easily, but yeah. Alright, so that's how this gets sandwiched, and you can actually see the plate once the plate plate is on, like the assembly is on the inside of the case. You can actually see the plate peeking through the top part and the bottom part of the case. Okay, so for now, let's just leave it like that. The side's basically the same as the Dolphin. Yeah, very similar. Yep. So you can see the sides here. Focus, focus. There you go. I'll personally send my DB channel to get custom patina on it. Ooh, nice. That'll look nice through the window, yeah. The top is hard anode. I actually don't know that. I don't think it's disclosed, like, specifically, so I don't know if it's hard anodizing or not. Alright, so here's a plate. It has engravings. TGR logo on the right side, Linworks logo on the left side, and has a bunch of cuts. Kind of like flex cuts or whatever, but a bunch of cuts. They actually did remove some cuts between the prototype and the final version. And it does look to be a bit better polished up overall compared to prototype plate. I remember the prototype plate had more cuts and the logos weren't there, if I recall. Yeah, it was a bit different. So it did change between the prototype and today's, or the final product. But looks good. Looks pretty good. Just checking stab orientation, all looks good. Alright, great. Let's continue. So we have a bunch of stabs here, so let's get started with stabs. I'm gonna put this away for a second. It's nice seeing TGR every once in a while. I've been building a few recently, I guess. Let's see, where's my 205? Here. Not the biggest fan of the look where the top case meets the sides, but it works better here than the Dolphin IMO. The top side meets the sides. Oh, I see. So you mean where the, like this part right here? This curve right here? On my left hand here. It's at the lower left corner. Yeah. Yeah, I do think I agree with you. I actually do think it's maybe because the TKL has like feels larger, whereas here at least the overall curved contour of the Alice layout kind of looks a little better with the Dolphin sides, like in tandem. Whereas the Dolphin kind of looks more rectangular, and then it suddenly has curves, right? It's like rectangle and then curves, so it might look a little off at the where the meeting point is. Just a conjecture, but yeah, I think it's just not as cohesive with the Dolphin. But that's it. It is the Dolphin that kind of first introduced it, so I guess you could argue that the Dolice really is the more natural evolution of the Dolphin, right? Although, I mean, layout, excluding the fact that the layout is different, but yeah, kind of more in that design, design feature wise. In a unified colorway, it looks okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I assume because that's you can't quite tell the seam apart, so I guess that's probably helpful. But in a two-tone, I mean, depending on the contrast of that part of the seam, probably looks different. Yeah. Alright, so today we're gonna be building with, I believe, ANSI everything. So that would be left shift, backspace, enter with stabilizers, and then obviously left and right spacebars as needed. So that's gonna be 5 stabs, and I think step caps as well. So. Just looked it up, and most of the photos use pictures of single color houses for a reason. Yeah. Perhaps, yeah. I mean, yeah, like unified colorways will definitely look cleaner because of the seam being less visible. I just saw your Sonnet videos. Do you think it's comparable to Tomo? Ooh, that's a good question. I like both boards in different ways. I actually do think I like the Sonnet layout-wise more than the Tomo, because the corner part of the Tomo offsets the F-row, and it definitely looks a little bit more compact, more cramped rather. But the Sonnet doesn't do that, so it looks nice. And I do like the accent on the Sonnet. That said, I think the Sonnet is more versatile as far as the whole mounting thing goes. It has the ability to do top mount and those like isolated sock thingies and whatnot. And there's like, I think stack mount, is stack mount also allowed? I actually don't remember. Both are great boards in my opinion, like based on like what I tried. I haven't built another Tomo since the prototype, so I've yet to see again. Same goes with the Sonnet. I have yet to build another Sonnet since the prototype, so there's that. But yeah, based on my experience with the prototypes at least, both were pretty nice boards. I honestly do think they're, you know, good deals for the money. It really depends on what you like aesthetically speaking. Like, they are pretty significantly different aesthetics wise. Like the Sonnet has that like curve at the bottom, and it looks very nice. and the accent like piece at the top, right? So it just looks very different from what the Tomo looks like with that corner little circle add-on and the weight, which is like the kind of like TGR styled weight with the back plate. So yeah, definitely a bit of an aesthetic choice. I think typing wise though, I didn't have any qualms with either. Skull and Bones FO. Hi Diego, how does a doll compare to a K? They seem similar. They are different. First of all, the doll does not use a plate, period. So the doll is a plateless mounted board, which basically puts the PCB in the case, and the PCB is the one that's being held in the case by attaching these O-rings that go around these tabs on the PCB. So it's kind of like the doll is going to be more similar to what maybe like, you know, maybe like the well, I don't know what I don't want to say 7V because it's not the same, but it is like the concept, like the PCB is the one that's being held. But yeah, so the mounting system is obviously already different. I think the expectations will already be different there. And the K, on the other hand, it's that O-ring thing only, which actually mounts the assembly to the top piece as opposed to just kind of sandwiched between the top and bottom piece in the doll. I would say that the K actually ends up feeling softer and bouncier compared to the doll, because the doll, in this case, we're using these 75 O-rings here in the doll right now, and it feels like kind of sturdy but very nice. It's like comfortable to type on, but it's nice. It's like sturdy. It's not, I wouldn't say it's like hard, like rock hard stiff kind of type, but it definitely isn't like a bit more trampoline like, for example, you know, in the K, where like if you use a pretty soft O-ring and plate, it really shows very, you know, bouncy sort of type feel. So that's the main difference between the two. And so I would say they are not similar. They are different inherently. So the good thing about having like a K, for example, is that you'll get plate options. So you have a lot of variability there, whereas the doll, it's PCB specific, specifically PCB only build. So I guess it kind of limits you in options, but at the same time, if you are someone who really likes plateless, then you will enjoy the doll a lot, because I do think it's a very nice board as well. It's simple. It's probably simpler rather. Kind of uses simplicity as a way to work functionally. So, but yeah, they're definitely not similar boards. They're definitely different. Cautious how expensive these will be in the aftermarket with a few hundred made total. You mean the Dolice? The Dolice right now is selling for basically retail and lower even. So if there is an opportunity to get a Dolice, right now is a very good time. It is true that you can't be sure how that will change in the future, but if you want it one now, like now is a good time to pick one up. Yeah. I saw the aesthetics and both look clean. I have a K built with a CF half plate and it's kind of stiff. Would be cool to build it so it's bouncier. Yeah, so for example, I have a K myself, Skull and Bones. So I built mine with polycarbonate half, and it's significantly bouncier compared to like a full alu. So yeah, I enjoy mine with polycarb half. Polycarb half, I would say, is like more on the extreme side. I think I use a polycarb half on like a stiffer O-ring instead to kind of compensate, like balance it out, so it's not just too soft. And that was pretty good. That was a pretty nice combo. Carbon fiber is actually not that soft. Carbon fiber is kind of like aluminum. So, but I'm surprised that you find it stiff in like the alpha section, for example, because the alpha section you're kind of just typing on the PCB and against the force that the O-ring holds onto the assembly, right? That's basically what you're kind of fighting against, quote unquote, for typing on a half plate build on the K. It's going to be the O-ring and the PCB. And yeah, I guess there's a bit of rigidity that comes from the plate, but it might be less significant. Now that I've been in this hobby for a few years, it's interesting to see how turbulent some keyboard price can be on the secondhand market. Yes, I do think it's the same as, I mean, I'm not sure if you've seen artisans, but it's kind of the same thing. Like some artisans for a while, they were a lot cheaper for a long time. And then suddenly they've exploded. And some, on the other hand, were very expensive at one point, like very expensive. I'm talking like, you know, some artisans used to sell for $500, $700, $800 or whatever. And now they're like 100. You don't like, it's wild, but the variation is really out there. And it's because in the hobby it's still very niche, and specifically it's controlled by like a lot of the market forces per se. It's like the supply and demand, and just like the demand aspect really is controlled by major players in the market. So that's going to be like people who are willing to spend are going to skew the markets like very easily. So for example, if you see like a handful of buyers willing to pay a very large amount of money, people start speculating or thinking that it's worth that amount, and so they start raising their prices, everybody all at once, because they hope that some, you know, like whale, quote unquote, will pick their board up at that kind of price, which isn't always going to happen, right? But it takes a while for that to kind of like balance out. So yeah, it kind of like is very hype driven, somewhat impulse driven. Like, I mean, actually very heavily impulse driven. Like a lot of people just buy out of impulse, and it often ends up being more of a, you know, a regrettable choice. There are a lot of people who do the same with artisans. So, but yeah, I think exercising care in how you spend your money if you are limited by a budget is obviously key. Like that's pretty much how I've managed to kind of like, you know, stay afloat, so to speak, in like both collecting artisans and keyboards, is like that I've kept my spending to a budget all the time. And so that's kind of helped me in the long run just to sort of like accumulate things and also not overspend, and also not, you know, like I have my things that I've definitely spent a significant sum of money on, but it doesn't mean it has been everything that you think I might have spent a lot of money on. Yeah. So a lot of stuff I've gone for retail, but there's some things that I've paid aftermarket and actually more than they're worth now, for example. Yeah. I saw the aesthetics and both look clean. I have a cable. Oh no, I already read that. Thinking on getting silver mirror finish and sonnet, actually same config as your proto. Any advice on how to make it scratch free? The only advice for scratch freeness on a polished or PVD sort of bottom or piece, whatever kind it is basically to exercise care. It's just to not touch it. It's just to not drag it, not touch it, not let it slide on things. That's really the only way. I mean, some people might like think of, oh yeah, like you could apply like a film, but how even is that ever going to be? Actually, in fact, that won't ever look the same, right? Like it'll ruin the look of the smooth surface, so it effectively doesn't work for you. So yeah, if you're gonna get something like that, expect it to get scratched, or at least it'll change over time pretty easily. Yeah, that's pretty much the only way, and that's actually why I don't really get mirror finish polished stuff, is because I don't like that part of it, the high maintenance aspect. It's just too much. Any more thoughts on the doll after using it for a bit? I've literally used it for a day. So, I mean, my insight on it is that it's nice. Is that it sounds pretty nice. and I think the price point is pretty good. And for those interested in the in-stock sale that's going to eventually happen, better. Well, I mean, yeah, I think it's gonna be it's a pretty decent deal for it. And yeah, I like it. It's really what I have to say. I like it. Simple. It works. Does the job. I do think it's nice to see like more plateless stuff out there. There definitely has been a large number now, like, of new playlists of options available. So, but yeah, the Dolch is a good option that's like not too expensive as well, and especially if you're like into HKB or wing keyless layout, 60%. Peaches can clap with one hand. People complain about flippers, but they forget whales are responsible for high-end aftermarket prices. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. Like, you can't blame the sellers when there's also buyers. Yeah. So the only way to avoid that kind of behavior, like market-wise, is to not participate in it. Like, let the people who can do that participate in it however they wish, but yeah, it's kind of a purposeless fight if you're trying to fight against it. All you can do is you keep your own prices reasonable, you know, don't be too greedy, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's there's no real solution to it. There just isn't. Also, Sifo, hello. What's up? I didn't know you were looking forward to catch the build. That's nice. It's been pretty gloomy weather lately. Past couple days, really gloomy, just really cloudy, rainy, cold, relatively colder. So I'm definitely kind of feeling that seasonal dip for myself. More unproductive, less willing to work. Kind of just want to get like hot soup, tea, and just get cozy and not do work. Yo, Droke, what's up? I had stress leave last week. My sleep schedule has been super bad. My affecting my concentration at work. Oh my. That's a bummer. Yeah, I can't say my sleep schedule's been good either. And my concentration has definitely been up and down a lot. I actually think I've been more productive in some ways, but less in some others. But it's just been a matter of keeping afloat. Staying afloat amidst all the responsibilities. In a way, I mean, doing keyboards for me is like a good outlet for me, so I like look forward to the time I get to do it. But in a way, I also it's a self motivator for myself to get stuff done, and I don't excuse myself. Like I don't do keyboard stuff if I don't have like some like specific things done. If there's a deadline, obviously that takes priority for like, you know, outside of keywords. Oh, Hallie, hello. Thank you for the raid. How's it going? What are you doing on stream today? Didn't know you're streaming today. Hi from Brazil. Hello, Barella. Hello from New York City, USA. Just 2 hours sleep intermittently at night. Oh my god. I don't know. I don't know I can do that. I actually can't sleep less than. Well, I can't, but even if I'm stressed, if I'm stressed, I actually end up oversleeping a lot. I end up missing alarms a lot because my body just kind of gives up. So I tend to do that when I'm stressed out. I tend to miss that. I tend to miss alarms and get very unmotivated to get out of bed. I'm not good at 40s. Me neither. So high five. Are you doing something 40s related? Tried so hard to fix it literally today. Oh, I mean your sleep schedule? Nap during the day? GG. Oof. I don't nap. I try not to nap at all. I used to be a more frequent napper, but I don't nap anymore. Same reason though. So that I don't have a weird sleep schedule. I would nap again if I had a more regular sleep schedule where napping would help. Just as a quick recharge, but otherwise I don't nap much. I just built one? Oh, nice. Well, what was it? Was it something of your own or something that somebody else showed you or sent you or that you bought? Something that I bought? Oh, nice. Yeah, but I'm not good at 40s either, so I can relate there. I can type on them, but I can't do work with them. That's pretty much what it is. Can't do work or game with them because the keybinds just don't come out as quickly and efficiently. It's just a waste of my time. All right. Spend my stress leave doing spring cleaning. Nice. That's good. That's productive. I need to do that actually. I need to do a spring cleaning pretty badly. Having a clean room gives positive vibes. Yeah, it does. I don't like it when it's messy, but it's been inevitable lately. 6 rubbish bags worth of clothing. Oh yeah, I actually have. That's funny that you say that. I actually have 2 huge bags of clothes and whatnot that I need to give away too. The only problem has been that I don't have a donation kind of place nearby, like, you know, like Salvation Army or Goodwill or whatever. And I don't have a car, so it's a bit inconvenient. I will take it somewhere at some point soon, but it's just been like a thing on my mind. I was like, oh, I can't put it anywhere, so I just put it like, it's like currently like waiting in like the living room, waiting to be donated. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do that soon. Actually, right now it's probably a good time to donate it because it does have like some winter clothing and whatnot. Kupo, hello, how's it going? Chicken, nice. Excited to rebuild the K now. Have a full alu plate. Ooh, full alu is good though. Not sure if I should do stock hyperglide J-Wicks or lavenders. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, you can lube later. If you're gonna do stock, I guess lavenders might be the better experience. I actually don't remember. J-Wicks are like not lubed, right? I forget. But stock cherry mix switches are not great. They really aren't. J-Wicks are lightly lubed, I think. Okay. At least replace the springs in the hyperglide if you want to lube later. Yeah, that's true. Well, you know, kind of like no. If you're gonna lube later, might as well do it all at once. Doing the spring swap, closing the switch, opening it up again later on. You're only gonna, like, the quality of the housing is gonna go down each time you're doing that, basically, right? So, I would just, yeah, I would just use it stock. And then when you're lubing, just do everything at once. Yeah. But yeah, I think for a better stock experience, probably here the lavenders are probably the better ones. Or maybe the J-Wicks. Yeah, one of those. Any tacos today? No tacos. I haven't had tacos in a long time, Eric, because the prices went up and I'm not willing to pay. Pretty much. Can't associate tacos with expensive. If tacos are expensive, I kind of naturally avoid them. So I haven't gotten tacos since they went up to $4 per taco, pretty much. I just don't really sign up to it. $4 a taco? Yeah, it's $4 now. It used to be $2, $2.50, $3, and then $4. Boom, just jumped up. Where are people getting tacos? I get mine from a taco truck nearby. They work evenings yeah, they work evenings and yeah, they're there like until late at night. So usually it's like a treat for dinner or something like that, or like a snack late at night. But yeah, so I want to show some of these switches. I don't have a stock Hirose here, so unfortunately I cannot show you that. In my Discord, if you ask about Hiroses, you might be able to get a little diagram of what stock Hiroses might look like. But basically, stock Hirose switches. So these come from these Yamaha input devices, like synthesizers maybe, I don't know. But yeah, like Yamaha input devices. And so basically, these have these orange translucent stems, and the stems are different from regular MX. They actually have these little nubs between the, you know, like there's a cross. Okay, actually, let me just draw it out. So you know, there's this thing, right? Like there is a, like, you know, there's a crucifix, right? Like there's a crucifix, right? So the Hiroses actually have this weird plastic, like they have more plastic in between the parts of the crucifix, like the cruciform. And so effectively these only fit the keycaps that Hirose boards are equipped with. So like they fit the keycaps they come with, and you can remove them and they're all fine. It's all good. But if you use a regular keycap. A red piece fell under your keyboard. Oh, that's fine. It's just one of those O-ring thingies. But yeah, but if you don't shave this, and you can put in keycap, it's fine. But when you take it out, it will shave the inside of your keycap stem. So yeah, these are like the hooks, and I mean, yeah, and they also have like little hooks on one end. Actually, like they need to be clipped on one end. Like the bottom part has like a hook, so you need to like clip this part off and then shave these 4 parts. But basically, that's the idea behind Hirose. It's a lot of work to mod them. I would say they're mostly expensive because they're like rare, but there's no particular verifiable way to say that they're better than other switches. They're just expensive out of rarity. So in a way, it's a way to... It's bragging rights to say that you have a Hirose build board, but it is a lot of work to make them work. But yeah, that's just a little tidbit about Hirose. Also, they're plate mount switches, so if you're doing any half plates or anything like that, you can't use it. Well, you can, but that'll suck. So yeah, that's Hirose in a nutshell. I've been saying Hirose. I guess that makes sense if you're like an English speaker. You would say Hirose, yeah. I mean, it's Hirose as in like you know, because they go on like Japanese branded items, and so I'm pretty sure that's Hirose, like you would pronounce it in Japanese. But yeah, it takes a long time to mod these, and you can actually see that these have been modded. Like these don't have those little hooks, or like you can see the shaved marks there, like it's been shaved completely. So they won't be harming any keycaps today. So that's the nice part. Excuse my ugly fingertips here. So these appear to also have some bent legs. Oh yeah, one thing I'm a little concerned about is the working, how well these will work as far as leaves are concerned. It is a possibility that we'll have to be replacing switches because they don't actuate. That has happened to me before, where I built a board with Hirose switches for somebody else, and a bunch of the switches in the batch were not actuating. So that has happened. So we'll see. Hopefully we get lucky today and there's nothing like that. They all actuate fine, hopefully. There's no easy way to test it right now, because I mean, I could have tested like a hot swap board, but I didn't have the time, so I didn't. So we'll have to see. So they're 3-pin? Yeah, these are 3-pin. And yeah, Yasui, I know. There are different weights though, right? So I actually counted the heavier ones. There's like 50 some of them, and then the lighter ones, there's more than enough. So there should be plenty to spare. So we should be fine. But we'll see how it goes. Alright, let's test the stabs first. Can you swap MX leaves to replace? I would not swap MX leaves, I would just swap the bottom housing. It's so bothersome to actually take out MX leaves and carefully put them back. It's such a... Yeah, it's kind of annoying. To do it reliably, especially. Got my JD 1800 PCBs, 15 euros a piece. MQ was 10 pieces. That's not bad though. It's a lot to spare. Been thinking about retrofitting a G80 1800 with a new QMKV PCB. Yeah, PCBs are expensive. I know there's some open source ones. Actually, eBasler, who is also the designer of this PCB, eBasler, the designer of the Dolice PCB, has a open source, I think, 1800 PCB. Yeah. Also, a bit hard to tell so if it's rattling or not when it's 3-pin, because sometimes they rattle from the switch housing moving. Okay, that sounds good. I don't think it's rattling from the wires at least. His design's great. That's the one I'm trying to have made. Too bad the controller and such are real expensive. Yeah, the Atmegas are expensive. Pretty sure that now that the RP2040s are becoming more prevalent, and they're going to be being implemented in QMK and stuff now. So we'll probably see more of those, and the RP controllers are much cheaper, like way cheaper. So hopefully those will provide a good way to have an alternative for QMK PCBs for cheaper. Okay, sounds good. Okay, sounds good. Looks like I did a decent job of the stabs here. The keycaps come off pretty easily, a good sign. And so we're good to go, I think. So there may be room for improvement in eBasler design for cost cutting. Yeah, so it would have to be done with a different controller. But using a different controller it might mean rerouting some things, because obviously the pinout is different for different integrated circuits. So yeah. Can we join your cool stream? Frank Pog. Hello, Mr. Frank. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. How's your stream, Frank? What did you do today? What were you up to today? Insty, hello. The presents, hello, hello. Build Bakadiko 65. Oh, very nice. Ended up modding it to death. Fun. Well, would it be death if you made it live with the modding? Haha. Wait, is this your Dolice? No, this is actually not mine. This is actually another person's. I won't be building mine for the foreseeable future because I am just backed up with a bunch of other stuff. and I don't have switches ready or anything like that. So yeah, it's gonna be a little while. What's your daily driver now? I'm basically borrowing this board, which is the doll prototype that we built like yesterday. But other than that, I use the Jane V2ME for a little bit, and then I swap boards depending on how I'm feeling. But yeah, I kind of swap between boards. For a while, I was using the Juby, and then I used my HKB for a bit too, if I recall. Yeah, I kind of swap different boards that I have, maybe every few days. So every few days, every like, yeah, once every few, like maybe once a week, I would say. So yeah. Main reason I'm thinking G80 though is plateless. Yeah, so the G80 1800 types very nicely. I've done a plateless build for G80, and I've also done it with G80 1800 and a 3000 or like a 1000 case, like the full size case as well. Those work nicely too. I used an AdMega controlled, AdMega 32U4 controlled PCB. I think. Oh, I guess in the case of the TKC 1800, it's a different chip, but it's still like an Atmel controller. But yeah, I used a TKC 1800 for one of those builds before. But yeah, the playlist on Cherry boards is very nice. Even without any dampening, in my opinion, Akocious, the Cherry board sounds pretty nice. I like the sound without any kind of dampening myself. But I guess your mileage may vary and your preferences also. But yeah, I do like the sound of the Cherry boards without anything, like just the PCB and the switches. It sounds pretty nice. A friend just bought a refurb 1800 based on my suggestion. Yes, I also could even stock. Yeah, for sure. I mean, stabs, of course, they need lube for pretty much any board, really. Any MX board, the stabs definitely need help. But that aside, I do like the sound of those G80 cases. It's pretty nice. Alright. For anyone who does not need more than 2K rollover. Yeah, refurb Cherry on eBay. Yeah, there definitely is a lot of those out there with the pat prints, keycaps, or sometimes some of the palm caps, lasered palm, and whatnot. Yeah, there's plenty of options, yeah, for the point of service boards that they sell out there. Can't decide to put GMK Yugo or CRP on this Dolice, or even OG double shots. Yugo could look interesting. Beige is going to look fine because it has this gray top. 2K rollover means you can press only 2 keys at a time. It means that if you press 2 keys at a time, it will register. But if you do like a 3 key thing at the same time, or like if you press 4 keys, it will only register 2, not all 4. So typically right now, a lot of the, like by default, I think like for QMK and a lot of stuff, like we basically have 6 key rollover, which is more than enough for pretty much gaming and all kinds of purposes. But yeah, NK rollover is also possible, where you can press as many keys as you want and they'll register. But yeah, 2 key rollover means you can only press, anyway, only 2 keys will register when you press many keys. When you press many keys. Alright, put all the switches on there. I would say these are not necessarily the smoothest, but also they are not too scratchy either. That's expected of most vintage switches. I actually do not expect them to be extremely smooth, because there is a lot of variance here and there. Oh, I just noticed one of the switches here has a little bit of a bent leg. That sounds tough if you type quickly. Yeah, if you type quickly, 2 key rollover could be rough, yeah. Yeah. I know my 2019 ThinkPad keyboard beeps sometimes when I type too fast. Huh. I didn't know that the laptop keypads were like that too, though. Is it really? It's so antiquated. I'm surprised that is the case for any keyboard stuff after like 2010. Honestly. Alright, I think we can start soldering here. Let's see here. Oh dang, dude, Genshi, hello. Thank you so much for the 12 months. Thank you. My shitty laptop has only 2 key rollover. I guess it is a thing in laptops then, 2 key rollover. Huh. TIL. Laptop was as expensive as MacBook Pro. I still can't handle quick typing. Damn, that's. I didn't know ThinkPads were that expensive. Damn, that sucks. F. Yeah, my MacBook has lasted forever. I have a MacBook Pro 2015, early 2015, and it's still working. So. Yeah. I guess I should upgrade at some point, but I don't really use it as heavily anymore because I do a lot of work on desktop. But I do still carry my laptop around for work. But yeah. I also did not get the like any of the MacBooks that had the touch bar. I was like, oh my god, no thank you. And the even worse scissor switch keyboard. I was so disappointed. ThinkPads are great and sturdy laptops with solid keyboards, but you have to have deep pockets for the highly spec models. Yeah, but yeah, dude, Jinshi, it's been a while. And Kabocha, it is a Dolch F&F colorway, yes. My 2020 Asus G14 has NQ rollover. It was $1,200 or so between MacBook Air and Pro money. Huh. Sort of anti-Apple, so I got the ThinkPad X1 Extreme. Haven't used it much, seems to have slowed down dramatically over the years? What? Even if you have not used it much? I swear, Windows as an OS just sucks, to be honest. But, also laptops, like, so many of them are, like, made not to last. In many ways. They get bloated very easily. Even if you're careful, I feel like a lot of stuff just kind of degrades. It's just unfortunate. I guess hindsight's 20/20 though, Justin. Don't blame yourself too much for that. I mean, it just happens. I honestly do not know much about ThinkPads to say anything about them, so I'm just gonna refrain. But I do know people who do like their ThinkPads too. But yeah, I pretty much for laptops I've been using a MacBook since I ever had a laptop. So I've had a MacBook Air that I've had in 2011, and then I replaced that in 2015 or 2016. I replaced that with my MacBook Pro. And that's pretty much, I've only had two laptops. Like, that I owned in my entire life. A MacBook Air and a MacBook Pro, that's it. I haven't really owned, I mean, I've owned tablets too. I've owned like, I've had like an Amazon tablet. Was it Fire or whatever? I also had like an iPad Pro. The others. But don't have any tablets anymore because I don't really use them. Like, maybe for media consumption they would be useful, but I don't really do that outside of the computer. Like, or even my phone's enough for me, so I don't really have a tablet used for a tablet right now. But yeah, device-wise, I pretty much only have my phone, which I use like a Pixel. And then for my laptop, yeah, I just have a MacBook Pro. And then like at work and at home, I use PC pretty much. Oh, actually no, at work I actually do interface between Mac and PC a lot. Actually, no, never mind. Work is pretty much Mac and PC a lot. There's some Linux here and there occasionally. Very rarely we have Linux stuff. I think we have like some Ubuntu and some like Red Hat or whatever. But yeah. Not too much Linux. Dell Precisions, yeah, I know Dell Precisions have been pretty nice over the years, like as kind of like a more enterprise version of a laptop. I know those. Or like the XPSs, I guess? Are those ones? The Dell XPSs? I remember a lot of people would recommend those when I was looking for maybe changing over to MacBook, but I didn't. But yeah. I do like the experience of having a MacBook as a laptop personally, but yeah, if I had to switch to Windows again, maybe that was the one I was considering at one point. XP is one of the business line. They're nice, but they'll have a lot of memory issues. Huh. Man, seriously? Really can't have something that just works, huh? Something that just kind of works for long enough. It's something reliable. I mean, for the amount of money that we pay for these machines, like thousands of dollars basically, or 1,000 plus, you know? Whatever. Come on, just make something that lasts and works. But obviously they're made to not last so you can spend more money replacing them. But that's the part that bums me out of a lot of peripherals and a lot of just like a lot of tech. A lot of stuff made to upgrade and replace very frequently. Just kind of hate that, to be honest. But it is what it is. At least for me, for phones, and for phones and laptops, I've been very slow at upgrading my stuff. Like I think for phones, I didn't have a smartphone when I was in college. And then I switched over. I think my first smartphone might have been a Nexus 4. And then from Nexus 4, I went to a OnePlus 1, I think. And then I stayed in the Pixel line. Oh no, I switched over to a Galaxy S something for a while. And then I switched over back to the Pixel line. So that's basically been my experience in phones. I've tried like my brother and like my friends like iPhones, right? Like I've tried iPhones as a borrowed work related experience. Also, oh yeah, for work I also had an iPhone at one point, and that was fine, but didn't really make me stay in the ecosystem for some reason. Even though I used a MacBook, which was kind of odd, it was that I didn't stay in the ecosystem even though I had a MacBook, for mobile specifically. My biggest mistake was getting a gaming laptop for uni. Oh, so heavy. Gaming laptops are just ridiculously heavy. That's the one thing I detest about those laptops is just how heavy they are. It's just ugh. Carrying around a laptop should not be that difficult. Alright, just gonna test this out. Where's Via here? Via. Oh wait, that's not it. Is it this one? Alright, cool. Via. Alright. So far so good. Workout in a backpack? Yeah, seriously. Battery life also sucks in most laptops. Oh, I see. I actually did not. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense because they're made to just be plugged in, right? Basically. So laptops, but not quite mobile. They happen to be mobile in a way, but they're not quite the most carry-friendly devices. Oh, this is great. They're all working. No issues. Hey, this is great. No need to replace any of these guys. They're all working great, actually. Good. It's fantastic. Desktop replacements? Yeah. Alright, superb. So now let's now that it's already done, we are gonna put it into the case. That's quick. Alright, so let's do that. Let's do just that. Gotta take a break and drink some water first. Moving to ARM was the right choice. Yeah. Alright. The nice part about sandwich boards is that you don't have to screw in more than the case screws. Oh, I am gonna, before I actually open it up fully, let's actually undo the back portion so I can just show you. Quite tightly, but nonetheless not a problem. Off. Let's see here. These they have little debris or anything. Alright, open this up here. I'll switch over to the regular microphone without the filter. Alright, there. Put the plate aside. Alright, so this is what it looks like. There is an internal brass weight here, as you can see. And we can actually remove that as well. There's these very thick screws here. And the brass weight is the thing that contains the window. You might be able to see here. We can actually poke, you know, a finger through this, and there is our window attached with 4 little screws. I'm just gonna undo it just to show you what it looks like. ARM MacBooks are great. It limits you in choice of plugins in music production, which is kind of eh. Didn't know that. Interesting. Are you doing a magic trick? No. I'm no magician. No sleight of hands. And my hands are not agile enough for that. I guess I kind of do sound like it, huh? Like, oh, here, you can see all the 4 screws and now they're gone. So, this is kind of the neat part about this window, is that it does have 2 pieces. So there's piece 1, which I'm just gonna wipe off so it's clean. And there's piece number 2. So it's divided into 2 separate pieces. They have a little bit of dust over here. So, swiping that off. Main reason why I opened it. But it allows you to effectively put the it helps you put the sticker in the middle between the 2 pieces, and so what's nice about it is that the metallic sticker will be like suspended between the 2 acrylic pieces here. It's kind of inevitable having some dust in between. I'm realizing here. I mean, I guess my microfiber might just not be very dust free, and also the static, I think, is the main problem. Bit of electrostatic force here keeping the dust. Anyway, it's about as clean as it gets. I just want to get the bigger pieces out. Okay, well, that's sort of as good as it gets. Yeah, whatever. Too bad. Can't really get rid of all of the dust, but that's pretty good. Oh wait. Which part goes in first? Oh, this way. Alright, just to show you the little Dolice window thing. Is the JST router going to be an issue? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. It does extend a little further than it should, I think. So if it does seem to be a problem, we'll just remove it. Okay, we can put the backplate later. Let's just undo this first. All right. Okay, let's put our daughter board in. Oh, I should get some LEDs actually. I should probably put some LEDs on the thing. On the assembly here. Let's see. Let's put these. Where's the daughter board? Daughter board. Oh, actually, maybe I should do the daughter board after I test out the LEDs. So let's do that first. All right, get a few extra LEDs here. What's good? Toki, hello. Not much. Just building stuff, so you can see. Not much. I guess I should have white LEDs here. I think these are white. We'll see. Actually, I'm not sure. Okay, so LED stuff first. Okay. All right, I do have them there. Okay, cool. Let's test this out here. Okay. Oh, this is blue. Okay, well the orientation is clear. Okay, this is blue. Never mind. I need white ones. White ones. White, magenta, emerald. Oh, this should be white. Oh, there's white. How is the MX Master? It's my favorite mouse. I've pretty much used an MX Master for holy crap. I've been using the MX Master series of stuff since the first one. So it's been a long time. Yeah, it's pretty much my favorite mouse. It is heavier, so if you're into games and stuff, then it will be might be an issue. Is an issue in the sense that, like, if you're into light mice, then you know, might pose a problem for your preferences. But otherwise, I love it for productivity. The side scroll wheel is great. I love the extra buttons on it. So yeah. Did you use the MX Revolution iteration? No, I don't think I did. I have like the first one, and then I think I tried like a Friends 2 for a little bit, and then I jumped to the 3. But I have the first MX Master in like at work. Actually, I just took it there. It is heavy though. Akocious, yeah. So if you're working with, if you don't like working with heavier mice, it's not gonna work well for you. It's definitely much heavier than like all the gaming mice and whatnot. Still my favorite mouse though. Still my favorite mouse. Yep, good for productivity. Okay. Okay, put them to about the same height, and then solder the leg. Okay, just gotta make sure they work as intended. So plug in our daughter board again. On a G305 right now, I'm kind of never going to any heavier than that. All right, great. It's very bright, but they work. That's good. Clip those guys off. Okay, that's done. Now we can put the daughter board on. All right, there goes our daughter board cable, and then it will have to sit right around here. So we'll see how that works out. Do you think with an aluminum plate we probably don't have to do anything else? So just plug this in first. make sure our thing is routed properly. And then just pop it in place. Okay, seems good. And then get the top piece. Get the top piece, slot it right on top. Are we sure that the LEDs are good? Make sure the LED holes are aligned properly. I think they're slightly off. Okay, that should close fine. Alright, cool. Oh, looks like the, hold on, the daughterboard cable is slightly off. So just make sure that it fits here. Oh well, this might just, other than having to use tape, it'll be a little difficult to route it perfectly. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit hard to put it exactly in the routed thingy, in the channel. So I'm like, it's like I would have to tape it sort of in place so it fits perfectly, but it's kind of not doing that. I do think the cable is slightly longer than it should be, so that's probably why. It's just a little too long. Oh, it worked out. Okay, just leave it like that. Don't touch it. Don't touch it, just leave it like that. Alright, now put on our piece here and grab our screws, put them on. All right. Awesome. Excited Diego noises? Yeah. Oh, I forgot to change the router channel for the other one, but I guess this is fine for now. I think the other one just has the actual names of the designers showing in full. This one just has the S cut off. It says TGR and Linworks instead of Linworks, but it's fine. Let's just leave it as is for the time being. Okay. Now let's put our back plate on here. The lin does work. Sure enough. All right. Done. The backplate is alu, so damn hard to find any detail about the board. I thought the backplate was stainless steel. This backplate. This is probably stainless steel. It's heavier than aluminum is. There it is. Yeah, Kabocha, I don't think there's gonna be an issue with the aluminum plate, because the aluminum plate is much stiffer than like the poly or other plates that people have been using. So I think that's fine. Alright, what keycaps are we putting on this? That's actually the question I'm gonna ask today. Yeah, what keycaps are we putting? I actually have not decided anything. Dolch? I mean, Dolch, of course, would work. Carbon! Ooh, carbon is actually a pretty cool choice for this colorway of, for this particular, board. Carbon is an inspired suggestion. Yeah, carbon, pretty nice. Actually, yeah, carbon might be a good one. Let me actually see the kits I have for it. Let's see, JMK carbon. I have both R1 and then I have some of R2. So let's see, carbon R1 and carbon R2. Okay. Oh yeah, I do have the spacebar key, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that's good. I think I do. What's the name of your stuffed animals? So that is Ron. Gator Ron. That's Nono the duck. That's a design by Mr. Soren, who is also one of the moderators for Tenga Types. And then that is JD, the tiger. Yeah, let's try carbon. Carbon's a nice choice. I'll actually be right back and bring carbon then. Yeah, and also you can take a closer look at the stuffed animals as you wanted to know. Alrighty, I am back with GMK Carbon. I do have some extra keys to put on here for the space keys. I believe I can just use the space bars from Umka, so I can just use that for Alice space bars. So yeah, let's try Carbon out. GMK Carbon. I want a Gatoron ink. Oh, like a switch that's Gatoron inspired. That would be kind of neat. So what would it be like? Would it be like blue? Oh, it would be kind of like Earth Day colors. Earth Day colors. So it would be like this nice blue and a lighter green. That would be pretty neat. Gatoron in a black colorway. Oh. I see. Oh, that would be cool too, though. That would be pretty cool too, though. Secret Agent Gatoron. Okay, I have the extra B on Umka and also the space bars, so I'm gonna go get that in a bit. Control Alt. I should probably put the accent enter. I think that would be nice. And then I just need these guys, and we can just put some artisans over here. One sec, let me go get Umka really quick. Okay, back with Umka, and now I just need to look for the space bars here, and second B, right? There it is. Thoughts on the long boy space bars? I've always been fascinated by 10U. So 10U is kind of it's just kind of memey. The 10U space bar basically uses like 8U wires or something, right? But there's like obviously they're super long. But the only problem that I don't like about 10U is that you lose the Alt key. So effectively, it eats up the Alt keys, right? Because it's 3U longer than 7U, so it eats up these guys. So you effectively, if you have a Win keyless board, you're only left with one key here. If you're like HKB, you're only left with one key here, like one on each side. And then if you have a Win key at least, like a Win key 60 or TKL, you would at least still have these guys, like two on each side of the spacebar. So that's at least better shortcut wise. But I don't like it if it's like Win keyless or HKB. If you had a 10U, then you kind of lose out on functionality, at least for me. Yeah. All right, let's put some. Ooh, you know what? Okay, yeah, no, let's put some artisans here. I have a few artisans that are already perfectly carbon colorwayed, sort of. I have one here. It's called a Moose by Hungerworks Studio. And then I have a couple more orange ones. It's a little lighter, but I think that's fine. A Miru. Actually, let's do it opposite way. Caps and Miru from Deeg. The orcs? Oh, we could do this orcs. Oh, we could do. Oh, do I not have my carbon one here? Okay, there's this one too. This one's kind of more yellowy. It's kind of like more like a mustard yellow. So kind of clashes a little, but it works fine with against the accent too. If you wanted that. Up to you. I think I'll just leave it like this. I think this is fine. I like the Miru too. So. What switches would be your favorite for a PC ball salad? Polycarb? I mean, I would probably actually offer like something like alpacas or something like that. I would also be okay with like MX Browns. I know that MX Browns have been like a thing in the stream for a bit. MX Browns are pretty nice, like lubed MX Browns could be nice on a PC build. But I think like or even like a long pole linear could sound pretty good in on a polycarb board. I think they tend to resonate a bit more, the polycarb boards. So I do think like a louder kind of or like an SP Star linear, that would be kind of nice. It doesn't have to be long pole. SP Star could be nice. OP Blacks, yeah, pretty clacky too, kind of like higher pitch and could be like nice and resonant in the case. Yeah, that could be good too. All right, I don't know what should I use this cable? I don't know. Gray cable, black cable, kind of matches. I guess I'll just use this one since I got this recently. All right, look at that. Ba-bomb. Alright. So, is this death mat available somewhere? Not this one, because, well, not yet. I don't know if they'll have extras or anything, but these death mats were shipped to Dolice owners, so Dolice group buy participants as a courtesy. So it's like a gift for all Dolice participants. They all got a matching death mat for their unit. So yeah. Alright, hold on, let's switch this up. All right, here we are, friends, with the Dolice. So this is a Dolice built with rather expensive switches called the Cherry MX Hirose Orange switches. Right now we have a full aluminum plate on this, and we have GMP carbon on this. So ABS keycaps and some artisans from different makers. So yeah, let's give this a shot. Oh wait, is this? Wait, I thought it was working. Hold on. Is this cable not plugged in? Hold on. Hold it. I thought the JST was plugged in. Oh, there it is. Okay. Maybe this cable was disconnected in the back. Oh, maybe it did. All right. So let's try typing on this. Okay. So 60 seconds. All right. The memeier the better. Perchance, mayhaps, yesn't. All right. Let's give it a shot. It's been a while since I typed on Alice layout, but let's give it a shot. All right. Sounds like a keyboard. It sure does. It sounds pretty good. One thing is definitely the switches aren't like the smoothest switches out there. That's one thing I can tell right away, right? Like it definitely has a bit of that vintage appeal, I guess, that you find switches in varying conditions and they're not always smooth. So even when lubed, they don't necessarily are the smoothest switches. That's just a thing that happens when you harvest from vintage. But I guess if you're into the cherry, like scratchy sort of signature, which is a bit less, unlike the current switches out there, then this is right up your alley. But it sounds nice with GM Keycaps and on the full allo right now. So I realize this is on auto zoom, autofocus, so it might have not appeared very sharp to your eyes. There you go. Hirose orange, okay, yeah, they're alright. In my opinion, nothing special about them. They are a little bit more thinner kind of sounding in my opinion. But they're still just another cherry switch. Yeah. And yeah, I mean the amount of work that goes into them to be able to use them normally is so much that personally, I mean, in addition to the price, of course, it's just too much work. Just get some hyperglides and call it a day. Collector's item for sure, absolutely. This is definitely a bragging right kind of thing, right? Like they're great switches for bragging. You can say like, hey, I got these expensive switches in my board. It's like super rare, and I actually modded them and got them working or whatever. So that's nice. All right, let's listen to the mods. So there it is. Right side a bit hollow. A little. I think it's okay. Nothing intolerable in my opinion. Definitely heard worse as far as roominess. Yeah. Your sound tests are always so clean and accurate to real sound. Really? You think so? That's That's very nice of you to say that. I constantly feel like I always felt like people had the view that my sound was a little off or something, but maybe if it works and you actually think that this is accurate, then that's good. That's the goal here. I want OG Stelios, the original Dolice medium tactile. Oh man, that's like collecting old Zelios, which are like the original Ergo Clear clone, right? So this is sandwich mount. So the way it works is, let me show you here. Get the music back on here. But the way sandwich mount works here is it's pretty simple. It's just bottom case. You can see the plate. Can you see the line that the plate forms here? So the plate is just sitting on the bottom case. And also those marks are my fingerprints that are super greasy, probably. But yeah, the plate is just sitting on the bottom case, and then the top piece is sitting on top of it. So that silver that you see, that's different color from the dark gray top, from the light gray top, is the plate, is the aluminum plate. So if you use like a polycarb plate, you'll see like a little frosted surface there. If you use like a palm plate, maybe you'll see white or black there. Yeah. Would have been cool if it was gold. It would have been nice if it had been different color from silver, yeah. But they offered silver for everybody, I think. Yeah. But yeah, here it is. This is the Dolice, and this is the friends and family version. Colorway wise. But yeah. Pretty cool. Linworks design language really shows. Yeah, it's pretty apparent. Especially because the dolphin size, right? And the Alice is obviously like a creation that was like an amalgamation between what the EM7 was and then what Utsi decided to do to create the Alice. Yeah. So here's the sides. Very prominent sides. The USB port, I like the USB port. The USB port probably fits a bunch of different cables. I'm actually not sure if it will fit this gigantic cable. No, not this one, but it'll fit. I think it might fit Lindy, so I need to check, but it might fit Lindy. I haven't checked. But nice USB port nonetheless. A little bit recessed, which is nice because you won't see the outside of the heat shrink. That's nice. That's a KLC engraving over there, and that's the back. It does fit Lindy. Oh, perfect. That's awesome. And there it is, our soldered PCB. You can see my great or poor solder job. A little dusty here, and you can see the TGR X Linworks. TGR X Linworks routing JST channel, and then that's the stainless steel back. And the little thing that says Hobby's Playground, and this artisan just fell off. It's a little loose. GAF 910 does as well, which surprised me. You know, maybe it's purposeful. Maybe Utsi uses Lindy cables and it's purposefully designed to fit them. Maybe, who knows? That might be based, to be honest. Did you get one yourself? Yes, I did get Dolice. I actually have the same exact colorway for the Dolice. So I'll be building mine at some point in the near future. I don't know when, but I will. This actually sounds pretty nice. The backspace sounds a little thin, but I do like how the shift and the enter sound. Spacebars are kind of pretty typical. Yeah, this sounds okay. Sounds pretty good. Definitely the better Hirose build I've had in terms of sound. Normally they sound a bit too thin, and I don't like it too much, but this one sounds pretty full. I think it kind of fits the board, the sandwich mount and alu plate. I think it's a good fit for it. has a more resonant and louder kind of tone, like sound to it. So yeah. Please zoom in on the kitten. It's so cute. Oh, you mean the keycap? Here you go. That's a Miru from Keycaps and Death Caps Cross and a Moose from Hungerworks Studio / Binge Caps. With hyperglides, people are going to start flipping TGR Lindy cables. Yeah. Yeah, I dig this. I think it came out nice with the Hiroses. I actually was not sure what to expect with the Hiroses because they do have variants to them, but yeah, this came out good. Let's see. Let's just test those. Do I have it here? Yeah, there's the indicators. Can turn them all on. I have numbscroll. I had the numbscroll and caps bound to my macro pad over here. So you can see them light up. Nice. TGC, the greatest cable. Alright. So there you have it, friends. You guys have any anything else that you might ask or that you might hear about the board? Oh, hey, Jordan. Hello. Hi, friend. How are you? How are you doing? Jordan. How's it going, dude? I know it's been a while since we talked because I haven't been too active. But hope you're doing well. What is the meaning of life? Keyboards. I don't know. It's going well. Yourself? I'm doing okay, man. Just kind of like balancing stuff, work and life balance. But doing okay. Weather's been a bit gloomy out here, so kind of feeling a little bit of that seasonal dip. But otherwise doing okay. Just been trying to yeah, keep up with stuff. Is walking from Upper West Side to Flatiron going to be the worst idea I've had yet? Upper West Side, it depends on what street. Upper West Side to Flatiron is not that bad, because if you think of like, if you're saying like Upper West Side, like meaning like 66th Street or something, down to Flatiron is not terrible. Further up than that, probably tiring. Do you think JD needs a hug? JD, I don't think he needs a hug. He gets plenty of hugs, actually. Do you think I have time to go to Xingfutang before dinner? Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. You like it. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. How's it going? 3 months. Oh, actually, it's been a while since anybody has filled out the sticker form, but you have the ability to fill out a sticker form if you are a multiple of 3 months sub and you haven't requested one in a while. So yeah. Any difference between the brass L-bar in the bag and the one on the keyboard? Yes, there are some close differences. The main difference is that this new one, I mean not new one, but this one was made to fit the name TGR X Linworks, like this engraving, so that it shows in the window. So basically here it has, it's already dusty from the dust mat, but you know, see how it says TGR X Linwork, like it stops at the K there. This one was edited so that it would fit within the area of the window. That was why. So it was included as an extra, as a courtesy for the fixing. I like the cherry font one better. I do like this one a lot too. Maybe I should replace this, but for now I'm just gonna leave it in the bag. But yeah. Oh, thank you, Abstraction Layer. Forgot all about the stickers. Yeah, I know people forget, but they're there. Yeah, it sounds good. Keen to build mine? Yeah, I'm sure you would be. This is pretty nice. I actually do really like the Dolice. I think this is kind of like the culmination of the Alice layout in the sense that it's kind of like what UT envisioned for the Alice layout to be, but collaborating with Lin is kind of like probably an honor because it is based on a keyword that Lin and Syrian designed, like the EM7 was the one that had inspired the Alice in the first place. So it's kind of like full circle in my opinion. It's a nice design. I mean, it is sandwich mounted just like Dolphin, right? So it really does combine those, amalgamates those two elements pretty well, and so I think this came out great. I think the Dolice really came out great. Yeah, it's visually it's very striking. It's very nice. Dolice turned out to be a better board than I expected. That's good. It's good to exceed expectations. Yeah. Is this still considered an Alice clone since it's not the original but made by Sam? I guess technically no. Yeah, technically it wouldn't be. It would just be it would be an Alice layout board. Yeah, but it technically wouldn't be. I mean, it's technically not like, I mean, right? It's not the TGR Alice, but it is like the variant or derivative of it in a way. It's like, I mean, it's like a mix, so I don't know. It is like an official release, so to speak, though. Fake TGR jokes aside, yeah, right. Yeah, but it's nice. It's pretty nice. Yep. Alright, well, I think that is all I have for tonight, unless you guys have anything else. Just to kind of show you again, that's what it looks like. And yeah. Can we rate LOLs? Yeah, sure. I haven't rated him in a bit actually because he normally streams at night his time, which ends up normally being a difficult time for me. So yeah, we can definitely raid Mr. Ryan LOL Stacks if he's still streaming right now. He probably is if he started earlier. Yeah, he's currently building the Moment, which I will be building next. I haven't yet announced the time for the Moment, but I'm sure that once I let Justin know, JW, he will also announce the time on, like, you know, social media. But yeah, I'll share details with Justin later. But the Moment should be in my next build. Hi, did I miss it? Oh, Juan. Yeah, you're just in time for the raid. Yeah, I'm heading to bed. Alright, we're gonna raid LOLs. Go check out the Moment 60 by JJW over there. Miyaga raid, lightning raid. Hello, would you please, hello, wait, no, hello good sir, would you please take a ... moment to say hello to my chat. Thank you kindly. Best regards. Meow go chatting. Alright, here's our raid message, my friends. Just for fun. This is such a dad joke kind of thing, but I hope you enjoy it. Alright friends, I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'll be in touch with Justin about the Moment, and of course you guys will hear more about it soon. But I'll see you then on the next stream. But yeah, take care, have a good rest of your week, and see ya.